Hi, good morning, Yaba. How are
Good
you?
morning. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm very excited and a bit
Me too.
nervous.
Yeah,
Program
yeah.
starts tomorrow. And I will say
So
that I'm the kind of person who has avoided calorie counting and everything. So this is going to be very interesting
yeah,
for me, but it's
yeah,
all good. All good. It's
yeah.
all good.
So what this plan will do will take you back to the basic needs to have optimum health for your own body. So um, instead of looking at it as calorie counting, try and look at it as making sure you're meeting the needs of your body, which is energy. So energy, unfortunately, with the word calories, is how we in the fitness and the health industry call energy. But totally understandable. And I don't want you to focus too much on the numbers,
Yes.
but more on how you're feeling as you're making those changes.
Brilliant.
So, as you said, your plan starts from tomorrow. It took me a couple of days to analyze what we've discussed and then recreate an actual plan for you. The plan is loose and fluid and relaxed, and you and I will be in communication all the time. You can text me, and we will adapt as needed. But the main thing is, it's giving you an outline of what your body requires, nutrition wise and exercise wise. So I've created those for you. The app, which you've seen, has got all of the information there for you. So because I'm not right next to you, I'm obviously hundreds and however many miles away.
No, I love it. You're in Ghana. I'm in London.
I'm in Ghana, you're in the UK.
I'm in London. Yes.
That's right. So I can then help you with accountability. So I can see the app, I can see your details, I can see everything you're doing. So when you log in an activity that you've done, I can see that.
Let me just show everybody
yeah,
what
yeah,
we're talking about. So this is the app. Well, this is the website login, but it's the same information that is on my app as well, which I showed everybody in the session on Wednesday.
yeah.
So, yep, go ahead.
So the website version is a great way if you want to see a big outline and your analytics and things like that, if you're that kind of person. So we're going to keep it very straightforward because there's a lot of information here, which is for you. There's a community you can join, which are other clients and members who are on the same journey as you, which is there. So the first thing we're going to go to is your physical activity. So yeah, the community, that's it. You can comment on there, you can encourage other people, read for encouragement as well. So these are other clients.
I'm impressed with this really amazing portal and app and everything. When you first sent it to me, I thought it was like an external something, and then suddenly I was like, oh wait, this is Yaba's. It's ours. Brilliant app. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So you can see other people are commenting, so you can feel free to comment anytime on there and get involved. Right. And then we're going to start with workouts. So you're clicking on that already. Okay. Great.
Yeah, there we are.
Actually, no, go up, sorry, on the menu tab, go up to activity calendar.
Okay.
That's your personal one.
Okay.
Workouts gives you other alternative workouts that you can do as well. So as you can see there, yours starts Monday the 12th. So if you click on Monday, you can see on the right-hand side that it's got all of the workouts set up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got the different exercises in order. So if you click on recumbent bike, the first one, because I'm not with you, I've not set the numbers for you. I can't ever assume how hard you can work. So what we're going to do is set the intensity as you start exercising from tomorrow. So when you go in, start at the most basic level 1, slow speed, and then we build up from there and we see how you feel. We can then update this and say, okay, that was actually really easy. So we'll do this level, that speed, that resistance, then we can record it on here. Over the next few weeks, you will get stronger. Your fitness will improve within 2 weeks. So then my job is to make sure you increase the intensity. So we're using the recumbent bike as an example, but that counts for all the exercises. So if you click out of that, so you should have close at the bottom or exit.
Yep.
Okay. And then, sorry, go back to activity calendar. Yeah. So after you and I spoke last week, we talked about how you really enjoy walking, and I'd mentioned that that's the perfect place to start. So we want to keep that going as part of your routine. So the only difference is that instead of walking at leisure, you should walk with power to get yourself breathless, maybe a bit sweaty, making sure you're talking like this instead of being able to have a normal conversation, because that won't make the changes. So I've incorporated that into your plan. So you'll see like a walking man as well on Wednesday there, and you'll see that on Friday as well.
Yeah.
When you go to
ask on Monday and then some of the other ones, I see the same exercise but with different times. So what do I do here?
So on there, so you see rowing machine 5 minutes, rowing machine 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You need to warm up for the 5 minute is your cool down, sorry. So the rowing machine at the end will be interval training.
Okay.
Yeah. So the warm up recumbent bike at the very top is the bike. And then you've got the 10-minute intervals at the end there with the rowing machine.
Okay, and then the last 5 minutes is my cool down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
so great. The bike that you see there, ignore that for now. That was a plan I was going to put on, but I'm going to delete that. So the 2 bikes at the bottom, just ignore it. I'm going to clear that off.
Okay. All right, cool.
Then when you go into the outline, so you see the whole month there, you can see that you're doing something for 5 days a week. So that's the minimum requirement for health. And 30 minutes cardiovascular, so breathless, a little bit sweaty. And then you've got strength training for 3 days a week. Minimum of 2 is required again. Sorry, 2 days a week, because minimum of 2 days of strength training is required for health.
Okay.
So if you go on to Friday, I think that is, you'll see a little Buddha-like person. That's an active recovery day. So we've got your 30-minute walk, which is for your cardiovascular. And then we've got your a series of stretches to do at the end there.
Okay.
Yeah. So where you see 30 and then 30 again, you do 30 seconds.
Okay.
30-second hold.
Yeah.
And then you swap sides, 30-second hold each side. And when it says 10, it's 10.
Okay. So 10-second hold, 10-second rest.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
That's right.
Gotcha.
And that's after you're walking, or again, any time of day, because we have to be really realistic that your routine may look different to someone else's. I'm making it personal to you. So let's say you go, ideally you go walking, come back and then do your stretches while you're warm. But if you're thinking, oh my goodness, I have to rush or something like that, then you can do the stretches later on in the day. It's to make sure you're recovered, ready for Monday to give it your best again.
Brilliant. Okay. And
okay, so any questions on the...
Do you need to do all the activities? So like say the activity is an hour worth of a workout. If I did 30 minutes in the morning and 30 in the evening, does it have the same impact, or does it mess it up a bit?
It's got the same impact.
Okay, cool.
It's got in fact, if you do 10 minutes walk in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, and 10 minutes in the evening, it has the same health effect as doing 30 minutes in one go, as long as you're working at that level.
Brilliant. Yeah. Okay, cool. I've got that. I'm down. That's fine.
Perfect. Any questions on that so far?
No. My other thing is I generally work out in the morning. Does it make any difference what time of day you work out? Is it good to vary it up, or it doesn't really matter?
The most important thing is to find when is best for you, when you feel like you're best to do it, and when works for your routine. There's not enough difference to be forced to do it in the morning, if that makes sense. So if you do it in the evening one day, in the morning another day, it won't actually make much difference. Within that 24 hours, you would have met the need.
Okay, that's me. That's my
question. Good. So if you go to Tuesday the 13th.
Okay.
So that's a different day. So it's a different routine. So we're trying to cover all the major muscle groups. So we're aiming for chest, back, and legs. And that's so that you have the maximum energy burn. Okay. So the bigger the muscle group, the more energy we use up. So you notice there, again, you've got your routine set. And for some reason, this one's gone back to front. If I'm going to let you know now, scroll down to the bottom and you should see your cardiovascular activity there. Yeah. That's where you start from.
Okay.
5-minute warm up, and then you go up and up and up. It's supposed to be the other way around, but I'm going to speak to the app developer and find out why that's not.
Okay.
But at least now you know.
So I
Start at the
down
bottom.
here rather, and then work my way up. So I finish,
Exactly, and then that's the order.
Okay, cool.
So 5-minute warm up.
Yeah.
Which is a walk or a jog. If you can jog but still talk like this, then that's fine. You can jog. If jogging is really hard, then just walk, not a problem. Power walk. And then 10 minutes of intervals. You're going to do 1 minute of walking and then 1 minute of a gentle jog. Okay. It's always going to be 1 minute easy, 1 minute a bit harder.
Okay.
Good. And then as you work your way up, you've got your routine there. One thing I say from distance training, which is what we're doing, I'm training you, but I'm not able to be at the gym with you. So if you do not have access to a fitness instructor at your gym, then you and I can video call, and then I will watch your routine. I will watch your technique and your form and make sure that you're doing it in the right position, and then I can instruct you from that. Alternatively, you can ask your gym for the fitness instructors who can literally say, okay, let me watch you do it. Yeah, that's great. Or adjust yourself like this. They will do that for you.
Brilliant. Will do. Okay.
Good. So that is physical activity. So what are your thoughts? Is it realistic for you?
It is, and I like it because I was saying, I think I said that I'd use the machines and the weights and stuff, but I have no idea really what to do. Yeah. And to be honest, whenever I've worked with a personal trainer before, I've just sort of done what they've said and not taken on board what they've said. So when I'm not with them, I'm a bit rubbish. Yeah. So this will be good because I'll have to learn how to do it and adjust myself. Absolutely. With guidance.
Absolutely. Cool. As a personal trainer, one of my main focuses is to teach the individual to do it without me. As much as we'd love you guys to be dependent and want us for the rest of your life, that is not going to help you at all. So as you go along this journey, I want you to ask me any questions about how to do certain things so you can do it with your eyes closed. That's the idea. You should have bodily awareness, knowing why you're doing it and how to do it. So use me for that.
Will do. No, otherwise that's fine. I get it. But as I go, I'll ask questions, but this is good.
Brilliant. So physical activity taken care of. We're going to do it for 4 weeks. So you're going to follow the plan for 4 weeks. As you do each exercise, just tick that you've done it.
Okay. And you see it on your side. So if I have or haven't done it.
I'll see it.
Obviously, integrity. I will always be honest with what I do and don't do.
Be honest. Honesty is going to get you your results. So it's the best way to do it. Plus, if we don't get the results at the end of the 4 weeks that we are aiming for, I'll be like, hang on a minute. So what
exactly happened here?
So what happened? What have you been doing? So that's the physical activity side. So back to the left, if you go down to the apple, you'll see nutrition.
Yep. Got it.
Perfect. So at the top, you'll see a pie chart. That pie chart is going to show you how many carbohydrates, how many fats, and how much protein you're supposed to consume for yourself. So, for example, if you're an athlete, that pie chart would look very different to the average person. So I've also calculated your energy requirement for your goal.
Okay.
So you can see there your BMR, which is your basic calorie burn at rest. If you're just laying there, that's how many calories your body would use up to survive, to grow your hair, to let your heart beat, to let you develop and grow. And then your calorie requirement to maintain you as you are right now is 2,242. You've come to me and said, I do not want to maintain how I am now. I want to trim down a little bit to get into your hot girl shorts and your high heel boots. So I've had to take away some of that energy to make sure that we have a little loss on our journey. Okay. I've taken away 500 calories, not like 1,000 or 2,000, because I still need to make sure you've got energy to enjoy your life and also to have optimum nutrition. Okay. So your recommended energy consumption is 1,742 thereabouts. So now if you go down, as we're on the pie chart, so out of those total calories, 35% is going to be carbohydrate. Yeah. 25% will be proteins, and 40% will be fats. Most people will look at that and say, what on earth does that even mean? So we've numbered it. Yeah. So as you scroll down, you'll see an overview. So you'll see a little chart there. Last week, Monday, that's what you ate. Tuesday, that's what you ate. So you notice now, the line is the measure of what it should be. Yeah.
Where are you?
Am I back?
Yes. Let me pop it. There we go. Okay, so this line is where I'm supposed to be, yeah?
Yes, 100. So you can see this was last week. So can you please click onto the arrow next to week 27, just at the slight top right there? It says week, yeah, okay. Absolutely, yeah. So scroll to the next week.
Okay.
And then scroll down.
Yes.
Ta-da! And you can see that I've pre-created the plan for you. Yeah. So all of those lines should be very close to 100. Right. Okay, which means that will be your optimum health to get you to the result you want to get. Mm-hmm. So if you click on Monday, for example, so I've given you 3 days, in fact, 4 different days of meal ideas to get you to 100%. So we'll start with Monday.
Yeah.
You see there on the top right, it says calories, requirement, carbs, proteins, and fats. Yeah. So I've done my part as in if you eat like this, you will meet 100% nutrition for what you need. The issue now is that you need to consume those foods or those types of foods over the next 4 weeks. And that isn't as easy as I'm just going to eat it. It's also got to do with your relationship with food, breaking habits, also temptations, family events, all sorts. But I'm going to guide you through that. Okay. So if you scroll down, so I've broken it all the way down to what you should eat for breakfast. We talked about gluten, we talked about lactose intolerance. So anything there that you see which is starchy, it'll generally be gluten-free alternative. So the UK is great for that because there's so many, and in the US as well, gluten-free alternatives. Yeah. And of course, dairy-free or milk-free, lactose-free alternatives as well. So we've got scrambled egg with spinach, cherry tomatoes on bread with flora. I've also written next to that.
With the flora, is it okay if I have because I generally eat pure, which is a dairy-free.
Perfect.
Thing. Okay, great.
Yeah, use the brands that you prefer, that you know work for your body. That's not a problem. So mine will be a guide, but use what you would normally use. That's fine. So next to it is the amount. So portion is everything. It's one thing saying what am I eating? It's how much of it. So for example, you've got 3 eggs, 30 grams of spinach, cherry tomatoes. I think I've got 5 there. 2 slices of toast and 1 like pat of margarine.
Cool. Can I just check? So when you say cup, anyway, I guess I'll measure the 30 grams and then I'll have an idea what a cup is. Because when you say cup, is it like a mug kind of thing?
No, you get small cup measurements, which are either like half a cup, a medium cup, but don't worry too much about that because next to it is the grammage. Yeah. I'm really sorry if it's noisy in the background. I've just noticed there are a lot of birds going crazy right now.
I was literally gonna ask, like, do you have animals? But,
we have a lot, but those are like crow type things going nuts right now. So hopefully it's not, you can still hear me, hopefully. Yes. So the grams is more important because once you've measured for 1 week, you're gonna just visually see, this is around 30 grams of spinach. If you have 40 grams by accident, doesn't matter, spinach is life, so it's fine. But it's more like things like the breads, the rice, that you need to really be aware of what you're eating. This isn't just because I want to tick Yaba's box, it's because after this whole plan and habit change, you can visually look at a plate and say, that is way too much for me, or that is definitely not enough vegetable on my plate. And that's just from visually seeing what 30 grams, etc. looks like.
Okay.
So scrolling down, we then have a snack.
So I'm not big on nuts. If I just cut out the nuts and ate the apple, does it make a difference to anything?
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. If you took away the nuts now, your fat would be too low. And we need you to eat fats because fats will make up energy. If you don't have healthy fats, the body will start to crave other things, which is when we tend to grab the quick carbohydrates or sugars. So if you're not big on nuts, do you like nut butter?
I've avoided all, so I can start playing with it and see. So
why have you avoided? Is it for health?
No, I just didn't really love it. So I just never really engaged with it when I was a child, and that just stuck through to adulthood. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
And are there any nuts that you are willing to try or incorporate?
Cashews, pistachio, peanuts, those ones those ones are fine. I can eat those.
Yeah.
Fine.
Sure. So start with those. Start with
Okay.
those. Now, walnuts, I chose them for a reason because they are the lowest carbohydrate nuts that we have readily available in the UK. But they are very low in carbs and high in healthy fat. So we're often scared of fat, but that whole attitude we need to completely change. The world have completely messed up with that, and evidence is coming out now that we actually need fat. So low fat diets are not healthy. So that's going to be an interesting transition. Okay. Yeah. So going down, we then have lunch. Now we've talked about how your eating is. Not everyone eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Some people start their eating day at 10 a.m., which is what I've recommended for you to do. So when it says breakfast, snack, etc., ignore the word breakfast. It's just the first meal you're going to have in the day. Okay.
But either way, I should still have 3 meals a day because I've kind of got used to having 2.
You can condense it into 2.
Okay.
You can, but the thing is, you need to make sure you're eating enough calories.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. 2 meals a day is also good, but it's making sure you're then eating enough in those 2 of the right things.
1 second. Sorry, ladies, I'm just in something. Come back in a few. No, come back in a little bit. Okay.
Oh, while you're doing that, just stop there a second. We can edit this bit out. So let me.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go back to.
I will just put the screen back up.
No worries. Okay. So like you were asking, can you have 2 meals or stick to your 2 meals? Yes, but we'll do that at the next phase. For now, we'll just focus on making sure you're getting the right foods in. And then the next phase, we can try and split those, what you're eating now, into 2 meals rather than 3, as long as you're getting enough energy in. So you've seen the lunch here. So we've got whole wheat pasta, which you can get gluten-free. So everything I've written, if it doesn't say gluten-free, just use the gluten-free alternative. Okay. Sure. We've got salad, and then fish, tuna. So basically tuna pasta with a salad. Okay. You can use salmon. You can use other fish if you like to. But as much as, yeah, you can be flexible with it because it's a lifestyle change. It's getting an idea of how to combine your foods to make sure you're getting the right stuff. So you can choose your fish. Okay.
Okay, brilliant.
And vegetables, if you have other greens, in the fridge, it's like, oh, I've got this left over. Use what you've got in the fridge, but try and use things that grow above the ground because they are lower in carbohydrates.
Okay. Okay, cool. Interesting.
Next, more nuts.
Nuts, yes.
But the thing is, it's just such a small amount, but it's satiating. Okay, so it'll satisfy real quick, and it then stops the body craving high sugar carbohydrate. And then blueberries as well.
Brilliant. Okay. So my question for this one was, I'm not the biggest fan of chicken breast. Could I swap it out for thighs, or does it make a...
No. Use whichever part of the chicken you would like. For people who may be vegan, vegetarian, you can use tofu. There are so many alternatives for that as well. So go with your preference on that.
So the main thing is just getting 150 grams of protein at that point, is it?
It's getting 25 grams of protein, but that's 150 grams of chicken.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, yes. Let me just fling this over here.
So you can have something, if you're someone who eats pork, you can have pork, you can have prawns, but the idea is to have that 25 grams of protein without any added anything else. Because you can sometimes get pre-seasoned chicken in the shops, but it's made with sweet chili sauce. If you put that in 150 grams of sweet chili chicken, it might say 20 grams of protein, but then the carbohydrate, it'll say 100 grams. No, it won't say 100, but it'll say something really high for carbohydrates or sugars. So try and stick, or not even try, do stick to the pure meat and then season it yourself.
Will do. That's cool. Okay, brilliant.
And then that's the end of the meal. So that's where it ends. We brush our teeth, anything to draw that line to avoid the snackettes after. If snacks do happen, or something else, someone comes home and goes, oh, I've got birthday cake, or I bought you this, and you eat it, you have to put it in the plan. So that's one thing I do want to say to anyone else watching. If you do have anything extra, but you are on our plan, then make sure you write it down so you're accountable and you can see how it affects your numbers at the top.
Will do.
Yeah, so don't feel bad about it if anything else happens, like other foods, but do write it down, and then you teach yourself, this is actually how it affects my nutrition. This is how it affects my calorie consumption. Cool.
So with the app, it has the bit where you can you put in what foods you've eaten each day. So if I eat, so say as you say, something happens and you end up eating extra, do I just add it into that bit?
Yeah.
So then you could, okay.
Yeah, you add it whereabouts it happens as well. So
okay.
let's say mum comes home at lunchtime with some donuts, and then you put the donuts in at lunch, around lunchtime. Because if there's something happens every lunchtime, then I'll be like, what's going on at lunchtimes that seems to, in your life, bring donuts in? And it's like, okay, this and this happens, for example.
Okay, cool. So it's not a beat yourself up type of thing. It's
yeah, all we're going to learn is that's what was happening before, and you can see it, and once you can visually see it, you're empowered to make those changes.
Fabulous. Thank you.
No problem. So that is a nutrition. While we're on the nutrition, with before every meal, I'd like you to take 2 glasses of water. Okay. So
I wanted to ask on this actually. So I was speaking to one of the guests who happened to be a doctor, and she was saying that we need to be careful about taking it before because it can mess with your digestive system. So is there a certain amount of time before? Like 30 minutes before or something?
You could keep it 30 minutes before. You can even get it in, if your meal starts at 10 o'clock, you can take it at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And it's simply building up habits of having water in case you're feeling thirsty instead of hungry. But that's a very good point. I'm glad you brought that up, but the doctor said that as well. So it doesn't have to be drink, and then the first spoon goes in. But yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so 2 glasses of water at least 30 minutes before a meal.
The meal. Give it time.
Oh, and on that, because me and water is so fantastic, how much water am I supposed to be guzzling?
About 250 mil. Oh no, in total. So your calorie requirement is 1.7 liters.
1.7 liters.
Yeah.
Okay then. Okay, so my thing is 1,742, I think. So you take the 1,000 and the 100, and then you put a point between it, and that's how much liters you're supposed to drink.
Yeah, for the average person. If you are somebody who lives in a very hot country like myself, in Ghana, I need more because I'm constantly sweating, and we use up more energy being in the sun. So yeah. Okay. And also if you're an athlete, but I'm talking about the average person.
Okay, so 1.7 liters a day. We'll drink as much as possible during the day, definitely before eating, to make sure I'm thirsty, not too hungry.
Much. Try and have it earlier on in the day than like forgetting. I know it's going to happen at some point. It's like, I forgot. Doesn't matter. At that point, take 2. At that time, you've remembered. And then if it does happen at night, yes, take it a bit later. But it's just not great because you will be up if you need to eat.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, I think I am good on those. Oh, just before we close, is there anything on supplements, like iron supplements, or does it make any difference? Just take the supplements as you've been taking them.
It doesn't make a difference. Because this is the basic requirement of what you need. If you've got if you're under a doctor or a dietitian and they've said that you're low on iron, you take iron tablets, then this will not interfere with that.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
Interfere with that. Yeah, no worries. And you're not having copious amounts of spinach where you're going to have too much iron being processed in the body. So you don't have to worry about that either.
Oh, and on that, I just remembered there was a protein something on one of the days I had to take.
Yes. When you said supplement, I was just going to say there is a supplement, but I think it is on Sunday. No, I think try Wednesday for me. Sorry, next week.
Oh yeah. Oh. All right, let me.
So go back. You can do that. Yeah, you can just keep clicking till you get to, I think, the 15th.
This is obviously a much slower way of doing it.
Yeah. So I've given this as an example as well for those people who have questions about protein shakes and is it just for bodybuilders? Is it that one? No,
yeah.
no, it's this one.
Yeah, there is vegan blend.
There it is. Yeah, vegan blend. So vegan blend is simply it's a vegan blend of protein. So I think that one uses pea protein. And the reason I did vegan is because normal other ones, or the regular whey protein, obviously contains whey. So if you're lactose intolerant, it will affect you. So try and aim for the vegetable, the plant-based protein powder. So protein powder, the whole purpose of that is purely to get protein into your body. If you're not eating that day, if you want a break from meat, if you want an easier breakfast idea or snack idea, and you're someone who's really much on the go, it's simply getting protein into your body. That's how it is, without having to, create a meal or cook something. So if you have got a morning where you are really on the go and you want to get extra nutrition in, you can mix it up with yogurt, you mix it with berries, peanut butter, banana. It's a meal in itself. And protein shakes, yeah, it's fantastic. And it's great after a workout because the body's like a sponge, so you can then absorb the protein.
That's the other thing. I tend to work out and not eat until after I've worked out. Is that okay?
Yes, that's okay.
Okay, brilliant. Cool.
Yeah, that's okay.
I really love this app. As we're going through it, it's just so cool.
Very useful. It's very useful. You can use it as much or as little as you need. So you can use it for the basics, see your exercise and your nutrition, or you can really delve into and what it takes to burn off certain foods and what the food is doing to your body, where it's working. It's really in depth.
Yeah.
So if you go back, look at the left here, down left, it says back. I think that will take you to the previous page.
Am I doing it wrong? Or do you want
So
me to go
if
back?
you're on that one, yes, that's the one.
Okay.
That should hopefully get us back to where we just were.
Excuse my slow. There we go.
Oh, okay, what we'll do, go to nutrition plan at the top.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do it the easy way. Scroll down and then press the arrow to next week.
Okay, yes.
Great. Please then click on, I think, was it Wednesday or Thursday? I think it was Wednesday again.
Okay, Wednesday.
14th, yeah. And then go down. So when you look at that meal with the vegan blend, I've got banana, peanut butter, and yogurt there as well. You can add water. You will add water as well, which I need to add there for you. Then you do it and you blend it. You blend it all, blitz, and then it's a meal in itself. So to make,
so it's a smoothie.
It's a smoothie, yeah.
Okay.
So it's just the ingredients combined that you would need and how much of those ingredients. It's just a small banana I've put there because bananas tend to be quite high in sugar. So I've got a small banana for sweetening and taste. Okay. So if you see the vegan blend there, when it says protein on your right, it's got 22 grams of protein. Now, if I took the vegan blend out of that smoothie, then your protein would be deficient for the day.
Yeah.
So you'd be under. So you could always replace that with a random boiled egg, and then that should help increase your protein. But I've given you this to show you alternatives of how you can do breakfast or your first meal of the day or a snack.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. Yes. Okay. So that is me. I've had my consultation. I now have my program. I guess on this point now it's over to me, Vina. And
it's over to you. It is. And the number one thing is just keep a mental record of how you're feeling on the journey. Make sure that you're enjoying it. If there's something that you're like, oh, I can't ever consume that. I just don't want to eat that or put it in my mouth. We can find an alternative. Okay. And also the same with exercise. Make sure you're feeling good. It's giving you energy and not draining your energy. That's what you're here for. That's what your goal was to do. So if you're doing something now that makes you feel worse, it means we're doing something wrong. Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I love it. I really enjoy it. I'm really excited for you. I really am. And I'm here. So message me and stay accountable with me.
Thanks. And everybody, join me on this journey. Lots and lots of support, please. Accountability, tips, everything. I've had a couple of tips already from people who came on Wednesday, so thank you. And yeah, let's see where we are. All right then. Have a great week, Yaba.
Thank you. You too. And we'll speak tomorrow when you start.
Yes. All right then. Take care.
All right. Bye. Bye, everybody.